Hi guys, today I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do with my succulents planter box that kind of looks overgrown, and as you see, they are not looking presentable, as I would say it. So this planter box itself I ordered on Etsy, and it's nice and tiny, so it fits our bathroom window. And this is my first succulents planter box that I started all from cuttings. The cuttings I ordered on Etsy. You can get pretty good deal on Etsy, like for $15 or $20 you can get a bunch of nice cuttings. And succulents are pretty easy to grow from cuttings. You just need to make sure you don't overwater them, and you put them in a quite sunny spot. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take them all out, remove them, kind of trim them down and replant them so we can enjoy this planter box in a neat version for another year. All right, so what I'm gonna start with, taking them all out. All right, so I took out all of the plants. As you see, I have a big mess here, but they all have healthy, big roots. So, which proves my point that, and I tested it, these roots developed in a year. So, what I did is I emptied my small planter box. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have to add a little more perlite. Perlite is, if you see, like an airy, light, white consistency stuff that you have to add into your soil, pretty much for cacti and succulents. You use any soil, you mix it with perlite, sand, some organic matter, like, you know, a little bit of twigs and maybe a little bit of mulch. And then you can put a slow release fertilizer. I'm just gonna add all-purpose fertilizer because that stuff is good for anything. I'm gonna mix it all well. So the soil, because this planter does not have any drainage, which is very important for succulents, not to have like a wet, soggy feet, I really have to make sure that I don't overwater it, number one. And number two is that the soil is not the type of soil that keeps moisture locked. So perlite and sand that I have is gonna help me out with that. So I'm gonna refill my planter box. As you see, I put a small plastic liner just to prevent from rotting. And you know, succulents, from what I see, I don't have a lot of experience, but so far I've been successful growing succulents in pots, outside, outdoors, in planters inside, and actually growing them in ground. But some succulents survive our winter when we're in zone 7B, and some succulents do not survive the winter. So you have to know what your plant is. And then if your plant actually can survive the winter in your zone, then you don't have to bring it inside. So sedum, a lot of sedum, some of succulent family cacti are fine if you just cover it with something or mulch it well or put it somewhere in a, you know, like a safe corner of your patio or deck, and that can survive the winter too. Okay, so now I call this crafting time. Pretty much what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take any succulent that I like and make a type of tapestry. So this is, I think, my biggest plant, and I am going to start with it. This plant loves it outside in our zone, but for winter you have to bring it inside. I already tested last winter and it did not survive the winter, so I'm glad I had some inside, so I was able to kind of replant them and grow more of them again from the small pups that I had. Okay, so this is my big one, and then another big one is, I think, my Aeonium. This is one of my favorite ones, and this is a black one. So you see the roots? What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna cut it right here, just enough, keep just enough stem to set it, okay? That's it. And this root, I'm not gonna throw it away. I'm just gonna keep it and let it sit, and you will see that that root itself is gonna shoot new pops. So then I think I'm gonna do this one, and this is kind of like small anyways, so, and it doesn't grow vigorously, so I think I'm going to probably put it here. Now all of these, as I said before, were cuttings. I bought them as cuttings. You see, like this one is too tall, so what I'm doing is I'm just gonna cut them and kind of remove the leaves, leave a little kind of leg to situate it, and I'm going to just that's it. Now when you plant it like this, you need to remember, if you're planting it from cuttings, you either have to let these cuttings to sit for maybe 2 days, so it kind of you know, calloused. The wounds have to kind of heal a little bit before you can plant them and water. Or you can do it like me, like I don't have time to, and I'm not sure what's going to happen after 2 days. Maybe I'm going to be busy with kids and etc. So I'm not going to leave it for later. I have a free moment now, so I'm going to go ahead and plant them now. And then the only thing is, I'm not going to water it right away. So I will water it after 2 days probably, and then it will be safe. Also, did you know that succulents, just a fun fact, succulents change its color when they stress. So the stress could be temperature. Like let's say when the temperature is in the fall, I love to leave succulents in the fall outside and on a deck or hanging somewhere on trees, is when the temperatures get really cold, they all start changing their colors to like orange and red and all the fun colors that we like about succulents. Like right now, I'm cutting these cuttings, and so that is a stress too. So these little plants are gonna change the colors, their colors, and like in the next 2 weeks you will see that it's gonna be all different colors. I love this one. I don't even remember the name, but this little thing is just too adorable. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just take a few of these And oh, I love that. Looks like a baby. So I'm just gonna take this branch and cut it into 3, and it will literally start growing. I love succulents. They're easy. You don't have to water them a lot. The only thing is, I don't like when they get leggy. So when they get leggy, then I really want to kind of give them a trim. All right, let me see what I got here. Ooh, I have some goodies here too. Oh, look at that root system. Isn't that adorable? Okay, so it's too much of roots. But it's not leggy, so I probably will go ahead and put it next to Aeonium. Just put this. And let me see, I like this sedum. Again, I'm trimming them just to keep enough for the legs. I like the pinky lining. See the pinky lining over the plant? This is literally like therapy. I love to do it when it's like raining outside and really you can't really do much but organize your house or kind of pamper your indoor plants, your house plants. All right, so that's good. Oh, and this is a beautiful plant too, so just gonna trim them up. Okay. I think I'm gonna put them in the background so when I open the window it doesn't touch this side, so it's not gonna bother me, because that was my whole concern. I tried to open the window and they're all like wobbly in the way and I don't want to break them. Okay, so let's see. I still have a lot of space and way too many plants. So I think I'll take this guy. Plant them there, and I like these thingies, but they kind of get too big, so no, I don't want it, because I'm trying to keep them, because now I kind of know what grows too tall and what doesn't grow too tall, so I don't want to plant in this small planter. I don't want to plant anything that I know ahead of time that's gonna grow too tall. So I'm gonna, in this planter, I'll keep only the small kind of growing plants. And then in a bigger planter, I'll plant the ones that kind of looking like Calanhoe family, and the ones that kind of overgrow and cascade. Those will go in a different planter. So I'm just gonna continue doing what I'm doing and we'll show you the result later. All right, so this is what I came up with, and to me it looks neat, it looks organized. I don't need a lot of plants because the planter box size is kind of small, so this will probably take another 3 weeks maybe for them to kind of show that they're thriving and producing roots. So now what I'm gonna do is, I'm not watering it because like I said, I didn't let it sit. It's a fresh cut cuttings. So, but succulents, they are the type of plants that absorb the water through leaves as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna spray it, kind of to give it a good head start. And this is just pure water, it has nothing in it. And then now I'm just gonna decorate it a little bit, kind of furnish it. So these are the little pebble stones that I saved. Originally we had these. So I also have this kind of decorative pebbles from a dollar store. You can get them for $1. And then I have all kinds of leftover other stones from my other projects. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna do a mix of small and big stones. Let's see, and I mean, you don't have to put anything if you don't want to, but I just think it gives that finished look. So some people prefer to put glass pebbles, some people like to put sand, some people put little shells. So it's really a matter of your choice, what you prefer to see. Like I said, this is the arrangement that I keep in our bathroom. So I like it kind of to have that, you know, like a spa look, a little clean look. So I'm gonna go ahead and put all the white pebbles back, just like I had originally. And this is kind of a little time consuming to put them. Again, this is a therapy. This is not when you're in a rush, when you have other things to do. No, to me this is like a therapy, relaxation. You know, get your coffee, put on your music, or put on your favorite show and work on this project. Okay, so I'll keep working on this. I don't want to take a lot of your time, and then I'll show you the final result. So I finished putting our little white pebbles on the top to kind of give it a little bit of dressy look. I didn't want to add ribbons of other color stones because I think it would be too much, but you can decorate it as you wish, whatever you feel like adding into your planter. So this is our final look. I hope you enjoyed this video, and you all have a very nice evening, and we'll see you next time. Bye. To show you a couple of my other succulent arrangements that I did, just for the, you know, design ideas. This planter stays outside, and it has a drainage. I added a little lavender. This planter centerpiece is Echeveria, and I love how this Calendula is growing with cascading this purple plant. It also stays outside, and I absolutely love it. Hanging planter also was planted from cuttings, and right now, as you can see, it's shooting little pops, and looks very healthy and happy. It's also outside. This one also was made from cuttings, and you can see how it's also thriving and happy here. This little guy got too long. I think I'm just gonna trim it right here, but all other ones are doing pretty well. And you know how they say that if it doesn't have enough light, it's gonna stretch out? That's not true, because this is outside, sunny 24/7, and it's still stretching. So I just think it's just the nature of the plant, and if you don't like it, you can just trim it right here.